child doesn't know 2 plus 2, you say he's olodo. But it's not necessary that he's olodo. There are areas in which you can make him to understand that 2 plus 2 is 4. And it takes the ingenuity of the teacher to be able to make the child to enjoy coming to school, to want to learn, to want to study. And so you see, that's why our approach, both in calling parents, society to bring back the children, we are also working on our teachers. Because as we have always said, the teachers are the gatekeepers of knowledge. And if the gatekeepers themselves are not reoriented, the tendency is that we'll keep doing the same old thing all over again without a change in result. And so we are working both telling the children that are out of school that it is better you get educated. Today marks 3 years 1 week. Today marks 3 years 1 week. We are 3 years on Sunday, on Monday last week, when we were appointed into office. Now, so far, I'll say so good, in the sense that the mandate of drawing people to school, pupils to school, we've been working on it. If you recall, when we came in, I think we found both enrollment as well as the teachers' level of mobilization was at its lowest ebb, because we came and inherited a workforce that was on strike, and in fact that contributed to much of the out of school. The teachers themselves attest to it, the society attests to it, because some decided to pick their roads to private schools. And you need to see some of these private schools that we call private schools. A flat with rooms, and then you go and see congestion of children. And yet we say in the strike. Unlike in our public schools, where it's either the teachers, brothers, sisters, mothers, somebody is late or is sick, and the teacher has vanished, or they were on strike because of lack of payment of salaries. But since when we came on board, we've never defaulted in payment, and we've consistently been up to date with our obligation. Unlike in time past, when even the payments were staggered, today as we are paying all at the same time. So it has been good, but I'm not saying that it's already excellent, because we've not yet reached here. There are so many gaps that are yet to be filled. The access, which is the provision of infrastructure, we've been able to, out of a number of over 2,000 schools, you can imagine all that we've been able to do is maybe build about 500 and something new classrooms and renovated about 800 and something. What is that in the midst of over 2,000 schools? You know, it's very, very much small. It's infinitesimal. But it's because of the resources at our disposal. We would have wished to do much more, but what can we do? It's within the provision that we have that we are doing what we are doing. In any case, the feedback has been tremendous. The communities that have been affected have testified. In some of the communities where they don't have means of electricity, we've been able to bring solar lights in such communities. One, it has helped the communities even to be charging their handsets, unlike before they used to go to some other villages where someone has passed my neighbor to charge it. Now they can do it right in their own community. It has opened up that. And where there had been difficulty in getting water, we've been able to provide motorized borehole, and the feedback has been quite tremendous. But like I said, we still have a very long way because of resources. So we've been able to do our little bit, which we believe if we have the resources, we'll be able to excel.
All right, you spoke of water, solar, energy infrastructure, and then consistent payment of teachers. What about teacher training?
Oh, that is very, very, I think, because we've trained teachers in their thousands in different aspects of whether as head teachers or principals of junior secondary school or class teachers in specific areas, either English, mathematics, and so on. As I'm speaking now, His Excellency has graciously granted approval for us to have training for mathematics teachers by the National Mathematics Center, Abuja. We're just waiting to carry out all the activities. As soon as the money drops, we'll be having that during this holiday period preceding the resumption in September. So these are areas in which the governor has graciously supported us, and recently too he has approved and released money to us for acquisition of teaching and learning materials in early grade reading. Now there is an NGO that has been supporting a development partner, the Owando Foundation, who have trained our teachers last year, about 40, that's in 2 local governments, 20 each. Now we upscale it to about 250. We requested His Excellency, and he has released money for us. We are about procuring over 30,000 textbooks that will train 300 teachers to get in conjunction with Owando. Owando Foundation is taking part of it. We are now procuring those TLMs, and will be used because we believe the child needs to know how to read and write before he can interpret anything. If we get the child to learn how to read, mathematics will become easy. Basic science becomes easy. Any other thing becomes easy. But if the child cannot read, you already have a dead end. And so these are areas in which we are working, and we are training the teachers that will be carrying out the over 300 that I mentioned. Is it 300 or 500 teachers? I think 500. We'll be training them, and then they are expected to go back to the different schools to be able to implement this.
All right, as soon as the phones start ringing, you hear complaints from our rural communities that our teachers, maybe one of the reasons why we're having this complaint about out-of-school children is this complaints that you hear that teachers don't like staying in the rural areas. They like maybe getting some kind of transfer. I don't know how that approval comes, but as soon as they come, they want to leave. So what has your administration done so far to ensure that this trend stops?
In fact, that is one great challenge that we face as a board. We have to take a deliberate policy of turning down requests. You need to see requests. I want to come over to Jos to attend to medical facility. I want to go to, virtually everybody wants to come to Jos, either Jos North, Jos South. And one way in which we discourage it, and I want to speaking direct to teachers, if you want that, we said they have to do a swapping. You have to get someone that is leaving this local government to the local government where you are. If you bring it, the equation is balanced. We don't have any problem with that. But asking us to take you from there to one local government, you are increasing the burden to the host local government, because your pay point will be transferred to that local government, and you are increasing wage bill to that local government, and you are increasing their own numbers, whereas you are depopulating the other local government. So it has been a challenge which we've been working assiduously to make sure that we don't abuse it and we don't allow it to become rampant. We've discouraged people, but if you want, you can do a swapping, which we permit. Then one of the problems that we also have, and that's what we've been sensitizing our education secretaries, we've been speaking to them, that this work, this assignment, you must approach it with all sense of decency. How do I mean? Several times people want to look at it as if when you are firm, when you are principled, you are mad as a wicked person.
That's not
but I've told people, I'm not scared about that. Mark me as a wicked man, no problem. What I'm persuaded in my heart, I will do it. And I've told the education secretaries, you must not look at people's eyes and feel that the right thing to be done, you fail to do it. When you do that, you are shortchanging the system and you are being unfair to the children. It's not justifiable to see a school having overstaffed and then some other schools are not understaffed. And it is not the duty of the Subeb board, for goodness sake, being in Jos, to come down to the local government and to know the number of staff in the schools. So this is one thing that we must rise up to the occasion collectively. It shouldn't be left to just the board.
Alright, we've been discussing ending out of school children in Plateau State, the role of communities in bringing every child back to school with the Honorable Chairman of Plateau State Universal Basic Education Board. That is Sunday Samuel AMUNA. Good Morning Plateau is being streamed live on Facebook at PRTVC Official and on YouTube. You can join the conversation on those platforms. We take a break. Welcome back to Good Morning Plateau on Peace 90.5 FM. We've been holding an interesting conversation with the Chairman, Plateau State Universal Basic Education Board, Sunday Samuel AMUNA, addressing issues bordering on out-of-school children in Plateau State and how the Plateau State government under the Universal, that's Subeb, is tackling the challenge. At the moment, our studio line is open, 081-2588-6048. That is 081-2588-6048. You can call in and add your voice to the conversation. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
This is Monday Chescom calling from Panyam.
Monday calling from Panyam. Let's have
Monday
your take.
Chescom from Panyam. Yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Could you talk to us? Because it appears we have some speculations as to the conflicting interest of on ownership of mission schools, which interest of which seem to clash with that of the government, to the point that mission schools going to be given back to which were earlier on reclaimed by the government, will be given back ownership of them to the mission schools. I do not know how true that is. And if it is true, could you talk to us about the adverse effect? Because it seems very adverse. Going by the hard economic situation people are facing in Nigeria, don't you think it is going to, parents are going to be over-levied? Yes, parents of pupils in the primary school are going to be over-levied, since our government might not be in a position to give intervention to these schools. Don't you think it's going to affect?
You have made your point. You have made your point.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Monday from Panam. He feels return of school, mission schools to government will affect basic education. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, who is on the line?
Okay, my name is Pam Chuan, calling from Joseph.
Pam Chuan from Joseph.
Yeah, thank you. Calling from Joseph.
Well,
I really love what the head of Subeb in Plateau State has spoken, because I have a little bit of a concern. When we was having a discussion, we didn't really give us statistics as the number of out-of-school children we have in primary and even junior secondary schools, which is one. So I'm hoping for, even though I have it here, but I'll be hoping to actually hear from him, which is one. And then secondly, he was talking about training of teachers, and we also still didn't mention so far how many teachers have been trained, and the local government that have received those training, is it across the 17 local governments, or some local government are disadvantaged than some local governments, So I would like to know which of the local government chairmen will pressure to partner more with Subeb, I'm a civil society practitioner. So the last question I want to, not the question but an observation, I would want the chairman of Subeb in Plateau State to please take his time out of office without any notice, visit the primary schools in rural communities. Let me give you an example with Baltindadi. There are schools in Baltindadi, not the town in Baltindadi, I'm talking about farm, foreign, medium, Toro, that do not even have roof. So how do you expect children to go to school? The school has 2 teachers in Durham communities in Baltindadi. They share boundary with the chairman's local government, which is Mangu. They have only 2 teachers in that particular place. I have gone there, I have seen the conditions of the school. There is a school that even has this Gara has grown in one of the classes. How do you expect children to go there? And then just the last question, so that I will take time. The last question is, if you have plans to bring back children back to school, you need to have an idea of what the plans are. Because what is available for the economy to thrive for young people is the mining. And the mining has been enabled by the government. Because when you go to the mining site, you see them being guided by soldiers. So that means it has been enabled. So it is even beyond you as the chairman of Subeb. But if you can partner with the Plateau State government, as we have always done, you need to get a way of bringing children back to school. Community, at least there's a law that criminalizes parents not sending their children to school. Let's use the political way to exercise these laws. Let's not keep creating issues or diverting or deflating the problems. He mentioned hoarding of. I'm just a minute. He mentioned hoarding of grains as a means of business. That's creating food scarcity. So that's not the solution. So I hope you would respond to my question.
You misunderstood me, please.
Mr. Pamchuan, he said he's an activist, so expect that. He's speaking about statistics, number of teachers trained, but I believe the chairman has addressed that, but maybe he will still emphasize on that, schools without roof in some places. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, every presenter.
Good morning, sir.
And the guest in the studio, Musa I.T. Kanu, calling you from Olbuji. Are you with me?
Good morning, Musa Kanu.
Thank you. Kudos to the guest. You see, sir, I would like you to come to this address from Babali. It does not linking to Basa through Babali. There are places that is called High in Buji, and then Tila, Romana, heading to Baksa. Please, sir, come and ask these people how do their kids go to school. Now we are in August. There is a stream there. And once that comes around, the places they go to school at Babesi, the teachers have nothing to do. They want to see the class things to send them back home. Because once this stream comes around with water, you either slip across or you go all the way to Utilge or to the Stali before coming back to the service. These are places that you can want to access from the town. Pay for 100 naira to access. But once there's a stream there, I go through the Stali, it takes no less than 2,500. You can see that this mining is not the only thing that is depriving Nigerians of their of this education issue. Most of their kids now, they are staying at home because if you can dress properly in your home. But when you get to that street, you dismantle all your things and tie it on the head if you know how to swim. If you don't know how to swim, you enter there, you are on your own. These are what we are talking about. Let the government connect the people. They need the bridge there. If you don't connect them, you may be thinking it's only mine. It's not only mine. There are so many things happening here. I hope you will be able to go around and see what Nigerians are facing. This thing is not more than 15 kilometers to the urban area. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kali, for bringing so much passion and the information you are giving us on that stream that children is stopping children from passing to school. I can see the executive chairman taking notes on that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I'm Mr. Baton Alex Family and LDA. I'd like to congratulate our state chairman for the wonderful thing he has been doing in the education sector, especially in the primary section. We have seen some schools that we have rated. We have seen quality training among teachers. So we give kudos to you, sir. But God will continue to guide and protect you and give you more wisdom as you pilot the affairs of Subeb. We appreciate you very much, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Daton, for your best wishes and the positive energy you are bringing into our show this morning. Congratulating the chairman of Subeb for all those achievements he has mentioned. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, this is Isaac Itse, the radio speaker from Just East.
Good morning, Isaac Itse, Just East.
Yes, I want to appreciate the board chairman for what he has been doing. He has increased the standard of education on the Plateau. And to appreciate the executive governor of Plateau State, he has provided the enabling environment for education to thrive on the Plateau. So, to the chairman, I say well done, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, having said that, my concern is on the issue of inconsistency in educational policies in Nigeria. It was on the news sometimes that the federal government has banned or has stopped the junior secondary school. I don't know what has it got to do with education, particularly on the Plateau. Is it a good policy? Is it going to affect the educational standard of our children on the Plateau? Because today you hear this policy, tomorrow you hear quite another policy. So that inconsistency in government policies is affecting education. Because today you hear one thing, tomorrow you hear another thing. So another concern I want to raise, I have said that time without
issue of testing teachers. You see some schools, the chairman has made mention of that, and I want to reinforce that too, because that is affecting the education at the primary school level. You see some schools in the urban areas, cities, you see teachers there, and then when you go to rural areas, you see they are understaffed. So why is it so far? So please, the board should do something about it urgently to salvage the education sector. Thank you very much. You have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Education policy, we spoke about curriculum. Someone said Plateau people know more about Mount Sinai than Shere Hills. So hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
When I was in the studio.
Morning.
Well done. Mr. Chairman, my name is Emeka, calling you from Plateau.
All right, Emeka, good morning.
Thank you, sir. What especially we that we are living in some rural areas, is it primary school and secondary school, do they have supervision that we can supervision from school on? Oh, how? We don't know. The school is open. Some teachers at times before they go to school, till they touch their work in their houses before they go to school. That is our problem in some rural areas. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Emeka from Barkinkogi, still hinting that teachers don't want to stay in our rural community. So, Executive Chairman, at this moment, I think you can begin responding because the issues are much.
Thank you so much. I think I'll start from that issue of supervision. I want to plead with Mr. Emeka and every other well-meaning Plateau citizen. Supervision of our schools are yours. Like somebody called, it is not possible for us at the board to be over 2,000 schools. And that is why in this mobilization, we've consistently said the school-based management committees, it's not just only parent teachers association. School-based management committee is the entire community where the school is located should own up the school. It is theirs. The pupils are theirs. The teachers are theirs too. So they are there to protect them, protect every infrastructure, and ensure that they get value for money. I earlier mentioned we are not owing teachers, we are paying them as a going due, and they are supposed to reciprocate by ensuring that they work for the for the learners. And if any teacher feels otherwise, he is at liberty to leave. Thousands are begging us on daily basis they want to move in. Give room for them, let them come in. Don't block the way. You are not entering the kingdom and you don't want other people to enter. You should park well and allow other people to enter. So any teacher that is not willing to work should just move quietly. Else, the long arm of the law will get up with him. Somebody mentioned about visiting schools in the rural areas. I want to tell you, the person that called, I think from either Riom or Barkiladi, we've been going to some of those schools. In fact, we've taken some, it's just that we've not mentioned it on air. We've taken some hard measures on some of the teachers. Yes, we've taken disciplinary action on them because they feel they are cut off from the township, so they go to work at will. And that's why we said every member of the community has a duty. Where you see such, report to us. We'll take action on them. Nobody is above being disciplined, however highly placed he may be. He's not above. So just report it to us and we'll see what we'll do, whether the person will get away with it. There was a time in a school not even wanting to work until they left around after 3 p.m. no single teacher surfaced. We took disciplinary action on all. We condone such acts of truancy. The unfortunate thing, somebody talked about school visits or what do you call them, supervisors. The unfortunate thing is we find even among the supervisors collaborators. I personally witnessed an occasion. I went to a school. There was nobody. I mean, the only 3 or 5 kids were in school, and there were some number of teachers in the staff room, and they were just gisting. And when I pounced on the school, I thought all of them were teachers. Little did I know that one of them was a supervisor. It was when I made put a call to the education secretary of the local government, that the man now said, "No, sir, I'm not a teacher. I'm a supervisor." And I said, "And you were seated here, just relax, discussing with the teachers, when you are the one that is supposed to be checkmating them." So you see, there have been collaboration, there have been laxity, there have been all manner of untoward activity going on. But I want to assure Plateau people that this board, this management is up and doing. Just release names to us and you will see how we will do. We will not leave anybody, we will not spare anybody. And that's why we are telling even those of them that are applying after attaining 6 years that they want to continue another 5 years. We tell them, if you feel your body cannot carry your weight, it's better you go and process your retirement benefits and go and allow people who will be able to carry on. But a teacher that you come who has been out of touch with teaching, you come and ask him basic questions that were taught in school, and the person cannot respond. You know, it pained my heart. There was a day in my office, a teacher who wants to go to level 12 was asked, "What did you read?" I said, "Source space." I said, "What is source space? I don't like this acronym. Tell me what the source space stands for." The teacher was only barely able to tell me source was social studies. What is a PES? And that the teacher was carrying that certificate. Didn't know what the PES was. Primary education studies, and the person didn't know. I mean, it beat me hollow. That you are carrying that certificate and yet you don't know. These are realities. People should not think it's a myth. It's what happened in my office. I'm speaking reality
from the education at the educational level.
Yeah, you see, so some of them, I don't know how they found themselves in this in the system. So if they are not prepared for it, we are doing our own little best. But you know, we are limited. Somebody talked about mission schools. That I can tell you, I received a communication from His Excellency. I have responded to that on one of the schools. But I know there was a reverend father that came to my office recently. He asked me, and I told him, frankly speaking, that we are working on campaign against out of school children. If you look at Jos Township, virtually all the primary schools there are owned by faith-based missions. Now, if we transfer them, for sure they will be asking, they will be charging fees. And if I remember when we came in 2023, we were told that some pupils could not write exam because the schools charged them 300 naira as exam fee, and we abolished it. So if pupils could not pay 300 naira, is it when they will charge a minimum of 5,000 naira as school fees? So we have met position that we must look at it holistically.
Well, let's just take one question from our Facebook page by Opel from Stephanus, who says, "Good morning, guests in the house and presenter. My question is this: what is Subeb chairman doing on plan? What is the plan on the teacher internship scheme? Because this 20 guys have been trained to handle ICT sector of the primary school. I mean, I'm sure you understand what
I know. These were teachers that were recruited by UBEC and posted to us with the intent that when they are through and there's opportunity to absorb them, we presented it to them during the examination. I mean, when we had some of them didn't apply, that they thought, this was what they told me, that they thought it was automatic for them. If it was automatic, we would have issued the employment letter. Those of them that went, we employed them. So don't be assuming things. If they thought, they could have come and approached us and asked. So we wait, when the opportunity comes, we engage them. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
So are there other issues that you feel very important to handle? Okay, we have to talk about the Babale, Jos North, Bassa stream. I don't know what your response would be.
Now, coming to building road and culverts and bridges is beyond
the power
of Subeb.
All
that I can do is to maybe liaise with other sister agencies to see how we can ameliorate that. But I want to assure you that as we're giving infrastructure, mile 8, if you know mile 8 is on the way to this, we built a brand new school there. And thank God we have also somebody that supported a classroom, a block of 2 classrooms, and then somebody that works with Hyperdeck. That's hydro power. Built a block of 3 classrooms, so we have 5 classrooms there, and that school has many learners there.
All right, let's have your last words.
My last word is, Plateau people, trust us. We will not take trust for granted. We will be doing our best. Cooperate with us so that we draw all these children that are out of school back to school, and we will do our best to ensure that education gets good footing on the Plateau.
All right, thank you so much, Executive Chairman, Plateau State Universal Education Board, that is Sunday Samuel AMUNA, for discussing out-of-school children in Plateau State and the journey so far in Subeb, 3 years into the administration of Governor Caleb Mutfwang. On behalf of the executive producer of Good Morning Plateau, Rita Kacholong Pam, supervising producers Hudung Yang and Esther Nasara, producers Inga Samuel and Titus Dates, ICT, Selbol, Simon, Paul, Janzi and Ding Darwat, duty continuity announcer Vidna Adams, studio manager Samaila Malaku, and engineer Alexander Azi. From the newsroom, Deborah John covered the event. We also have students of Plateau monitoring Good Morning Plateau this morning. My name is Nandam Oswald Kumar. Continue joining us every of our weekdays where we present Good Morning Plateau to you. Thank you so much and have a nice day.